Ben Robbins joins us this morning. Ben, candidate for the Alabama State House of Representatives, District 33 in the June 5th Republican primary. Ben, good morning to you, sir.
Oh, good morning to you.
Thanks for taking the time to join us a little bit this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Tell us a little bit about Ben Robbins.
Well, I'm born and raised in Talladega County. I'm actually a 7th generation Talladega County resident. I graduated from Talladega High School. I live in Childersburg. I practice law in Talladega, and I'm 35 years old. And I just love Talladega County and East Central Alabama and want to make a difference here.
When did you begin to look at this position with House District 33?
I would say, I don't have an exact date. I just felt like there was a calling or an opportunity there to make a difference for Talladega County and Alabama. Mm-hmm.
What are some of the things you see and people you've talked to? I mean, you've been on the campaign trail for months now, seems like, and I don't know if you've worn out many shoes or not, but what are people talking to you about?
Well, the main reason, or the things that I talk about over and over and people seem to latch on to is, I say that, Talladega County right now has 22% of its population at poverty. Coosa County has 20% and Clay County has 18.5%. And I talk about those statistics and I say, in Talladega County, only Fayetteville School is the only school in the whole county that isn't a majority free or reduced lunch. Meaning we've got to do something to change our economics here in Talladega County, Coosa and Clay counties. And that's resonating with people, and I feel like there's several ways to go about doing it. And so I have some ideas and some energy to kind of tackle them because I don't think we got into these problems overnight.
Of course, District 33 takes in portions of Clay, Talladega, and Coosa counties, and that's a pretty wide swath of area to cover.
It is a very wide area to cover. I mean, from Mellow Valley to the Coosa River is a long way away, but it's we have great people, whether you're way down in Clay County or you're, like I said, on the Coosa River in Fayetteville or Lay Lake. I mean, there's great people, and I've enjoyed meeting so many people because, like you said, I've been on the campaign trail for months. I've been shaking hands and meeting people, and I've thoroughly enjoyed meeting all the great people we have.
You got to have a lot of energy to keep up with you.
Well, I think it takes energy to go after these problems, and it takes energy to solve them because we're going to need a spark to get us going.
Industry. I know that's something that you've talked about on the campaign trail quite a bit. What do you see as helping be a part of adding more industry?
Well, I'd say right now there's a key to either getting new industry or expanding our current industry. And I say you have to lay a foundation for growth. That's what I keep saying. We have to lay a foundation. You can't expect to build a house without a foundation. And so that's what we have to do. And I don't know if we're doing it. And to do that, we have to fix our infrastructure. We have to work on our roads and our bridges. But in the 21st century, infrastructure isn't just roads and bridges. We have to expand the internet. Because right now, 55% of Clay County and 25% of Talladega County and 20% of Coosa County are without the internet. So those are going to be dead spots for economic growth. And we also need to go back to teaching trades and skills in school again. We need to push trades and skills and vocational training because not everyone's going to go to college, and that will give us a more qualified workforce and skilled workforce. Because to grow, you have to have two things, infrastructure and a workforce. And we have to have those at the 21st century. And I don't think we're there where we are currently.
Ben Robbins, Republican candidate for House District 33 in the June 5th Republican primary, just a month or so away.
Right, it's just a little over a month. So.
Yeah, and we want to remind people to make sure to get out and vote on June 5th.
Yes, please, vote for me on June the 5th. And you have to vote in the Republican primary. So say I want the Republican ballot and vote for me, House District 33.
When looking at Montgomery and the State House of Representatives District 33, what do you think you bring to the table that can make a difference there in Montgomery?
I'd say there's several things I can bring to the table that will make a difference. One, the first thing that I'm going to do when I get there is I'm going to support a term limits bill. I'm not just going to support it, I want to help sponsor and push a term limits bill. I think that term limits, whether it'll just keep people from, I think term limits would be good for Alabama and good for the legislature, and I'm going to push that. And another thing that I'm going to do is, like you said before, you have to have a lot of energy to keep up with me. I'm going to bring a lot of energy to the table, and I'm going to fight to make sure that I'm at the table anytime that any appropriations for road projects or other deals are being made, so that Talladega County, Coosa County, and Clay County can get their share of an appropriations project.
The Republican primary coming up, or the election primary coming up on June the 5th, and what do you see happening between now and then as far as you are concerned as a candidate? You going to keep doing what you've been doing? I mean,
I'll keep doing what I'm doing. I'm not getting any money from Montgomery, so I'm not going to have the dollars to spend, crazy, but I'm going to continue to work, meet people, and just talk about my message and talk about the potential that we have and reaching that potential, and that I think I can help us get to the untapped potential that we need to reach here in East Central Alabama.
With the youth of today and so much being talked about social media, which can be used in a positive and a negative way, how do you see social media is playing? I know you've used it quite a lot in this campaign.
Right. I've used social media a lot, a great deal. I'd say everything. Everything has a double-edged sword. The way in which we can communicate and touch and get with people is great. It's an amazing way to communicate and learn about different peoples, but it also has a negative and a bad side, because whether it's fake news or whether it's just malicious rumors, social media can't filter and control that like a regular news outlet can. And so there's a good and bad side to it, but that's life. There's a good and bad side to most everything.
President Trump coined, I guess it was he that coined the term, drain the swamp.
Right.
And when you see and hear that, do you think that's something that we need to do here in Alabama?
I would say yes. I would say that, and that's one reason that I want to go and I want to sponsor a term limits bill, because I think that term limits, like I said before, would be good for Alabama, and it would help prevent a swamp from, whether we have one now or not, it would prevent one from forming, because then you're going to cycle in new ideas and fresh ideas every 8 to 12 years.
Who is someone, Ben, who's made an impact in your life down through the years that you really sometimes kind of lean on, and the experience that you learned from that individual?
I would say my parents equally. They both provide a different sense of support, and I know which one to go to, and I need, the mom for the hugs and the dad for advice on how to handle this situation.
Finally this morning, Ben Robbins, our guest this morning, he is a Republican candidate for House District 33, portions of Clay, Coosa, and Talladega counties in June 5th Republican primary. Why should people vote for Ben Robbins?
I think because you're not going to find anybody that's going to work harder than I have. And like what Jimmy Dale said, it takes a lot of energy to keep up with me. And that's what I'm trying to show to everyone, is that I'm going to work hard for you. And I'm going to bring fresh ideas to the table and a fresh perspective to some of these problems that plagued us. And we've got to do something to address those problems. And I'm ready to go ahead first and tackle them. So that's why I think you should vote for me.
And finally this morning, we see it in every election, in every community, in every state of the union, signs that we put up, and somehow mysteriously some of those signs get gone. And I know you've been one to say, if someone is missing a sign, hey, you'll bring them another one.
Right, I will. I've got a list right now of about 100 people that want yard signs, and if you want one, feel free to message me on Facebook. But I love bringing signs to people, or having a volunteer bring it, because it's a way to show you're supporting me, and you put it right there in your yard. And some do go missing, whether it's the wind or whatever, but it doesn't matter to me. If you want a sign, you can get one. And I think that signs show your support to your friends and neighbors.
Well, Ben, thanks for coming this morning. I know you got a busy schedule, and this past weekend was busy for you too, wasn't it?
It was a busy weekend. Every weekend's kind of busy.
I guess so, especially this time of the year. Ben Robbins, our guest this morning. Ben is a candidate for Alabama State House of Representatives District 33, portions of Coosa, Talladega, and Clay counties in the June 5th primary. And Ben, good luck, and we appreciate you coming by this morning.
Thank you so much.
All right, we got more Daybreak just ahead.